So people ask me, why am I good at giving dating advice? I've dated a trust fund kid, a bank teller, a lawyer, British aristocrat, a venture capitalist, tech entrepreneur, a finance bro, a famous pop star, consultant, another tech co-founder, fashion stylist, a sales rep, another British aristocrat, and most recently a real estate guy, an American, a Brazilian, British, Swiss, Irish, German, Croatian, Mexican. The point with all of this is that I have dated men from around the world, and I've picked up key themes in dating from all of them. Sure, there's cultural differences, but I can tell you there are so many more similarities.
All this tells us is that she belongs to the streets.
A, she was a hooah. B, she was a hooah.
Don't go anywhere because you're going to want to hear this. You guys, I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. And this could have potentially been a really great guy. So I took a break from the dating apps for a little while because it was getting a little toxic, and I recently just started getting back on it again, particularly Hinge. And don't act like I'm the only one who does this, okay? But I was talking to a few different guys at the same time, you know, via text, FaceTime here and there, and then I narrowed it down to 2. Now, one of the 2 was kind of a new guy. He just sparked my attention a few days ago, but he had a lot of potential. So it's down to Justin and Mike, right? And Justin happened to be available sooner than Mike, so I scheduled a date with Justin. Justin and I went out last night, and what I thought would be a really wonderful evening, it turns out that I really fucked up, and here's why. So we sit down, we order a drink, and he looks at me and he's like, I have to say, it's so fucking nice to meet you in person, Carrie. So sweet, right? And then I'm like, thank you, Justin. I really appreciate that. It's really nice to meet you too. Hold on. So now he's just kind of looking at me, like a little confused, like, are you serious? And I'm like, are you okay? He's like, you just called me Justin. And I was like, do you prefer to be called something else? And he's like, yeah, I like to be called by my name, Eric. So now I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I just pick up my phone, look at our last conversation, and I notice that I never stored his number. And this whole time I thought his name was Justin, but Justin was one of the other guys that I decided not to meet up with. I did try to apologize and explain and kind of laugh it off, and he just wasn't having it, and I get it. Okay, there has to be other people out there that have done this. I can't be the only one. I mean, we're all talking to so many people at the same time, and you know what? I don't recommend it anymore. From now on, I am focusing on one person at a time, and I will store their name as soon as I start chatting with them. But you know, most of the time I chat with these guys and the conversation doesn't go on for more than an hour, and I never wind up storing their number. You know, you gotta be worthy of the name storing. Dating in your 30s. Am I right?
I'm like hitting the X, hitting the X, hitting the X, hitting the X. And I'm like, it has to get better. Like, it has to get better. Like, it's going to get better, right? 45 minutes later, nope, it's not getting better. But no, like, just 5 more minutes. There's going to be somebody. It's going to get better. And then it doesn't get any better. The pictures people post, like, I see the first photo and I'm like, okay. And then I scroll and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. That's not you. That is not the same person. Like, how did you, what? I also don't understand people using pictures that look like they were taken on a flip phone from like 1200 years ago. I'm like, what? Is that photo from your MySpace? Like, I don't understand.
Dating is hard enough in your 30s, right? But dating in this generation, I think it's a generational thing, I'm not sure, but like, why is it so hard to go from the talking stage, which is so totally fine, but to the like meeting stage, if that makes sense? You know, like, let's go out for dinner, let's catch up, let's go for a walk. Like, why are men so scared to break out of that talking stage? Like, you are literally a grown man. It's not that hard. Let's go get dinner. Let's go get a drink.
If you have lost all faith in the male species, as have I, just know there's still good men out there. I have been on 3 dates with this guy. The third date, he reached in the back seat, brought me these flowers, picked me up, dropped me home, made a backup reservation the same night, just in case I got cold at the first restaurant. We were supposed to get matcha the next morning. I couldn't go because I had work. He sent me the matcha to my house instead. Our 4th date is tonight. I'm about to go on it. This is what I'm wearing. He is taking me flying on a plane. He's flying the plane. He's a pilot as his hobby. So sick. Really sick. And he told me he doesn't date for fun. He dates to marry. And that's what I do as well. So if you're looking for a good guy, just know they're out there. My neighbor, she's I think 65, and she said you have to kiss 1,000,000 frogs before you find the prince. And I think I've kissed many frogs, and the prince is really treating me like a princess, so yeah.
Women want to be taken seriously, yet they don't take their interactions and dates with men seriously. She didn't even save his number, as if she was still figuring out if it was worth saving it or not. Yet she's going on dates with him and having him spend money on her.
I'm not paying for shit.
She's complaining about men's photos and basically saying men are misrepresenting themselves. But women misrepresent themselves every single day for wearing makeup. So men have to go through the shock of realizing that's not really her as soon as her makeup comes off. And believe me, the shock feels far worse once the guy is already invested. Women are hypocrites and are ignorant over the fact that they are misrepresenting themselves.
Liars. Hypocrites.
Why is she stating men are afraid of getting out of the talking stage? Maybe they just don't want to date her. I'm also starting to realise that women don't ask men out on dates because it presupposes that women have to pay, because apparently the one who asks has to pay. So women would rather wait and complain that men are not asking, because it allows women to avoid paying for the meal.
This is trickery. This is low, conniving trickery.
I bet he got nothing in return. A good guy, according to her, is a man who buys her things and takes her on expensive trips. I'm counting down the days when he feels depleted and leaves.
That's exactly right.
At the end of the day, women have different rules for themselves and different rules for men. If men were doing the same hypocritical behaviours that women were doing, women would throw a tantrum and say they're not real men. But not only can women not live up to their own standards, they excuse themselves of their own bad behaviours. Unless a woman is extremely consistent with her rules for men as with herself, she's probably not worth it.
True dat.
Real men of genius.